I will give you the overview of Tripura Frontier, what all the achievements we have made and what we have done so far in last 1.5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, you all aware BSF since its inception in 1965 is always dedicated its service to the nation. It continues handling all kind of challenges, multiple challenges involving national security and living up to the standard of the motto of BSF, Jeevan Paryant Kartavya. The BSF in the state of Tripura is one of the longest border, almost 856 kilometers, and over the years the BSF Tripura has taken all kinds of responsibility in whether it is in terms of fighting with militancy, maintaining the sanctity of border, or any local law and order issues where the BSF is deployed. BSF mainly, the main role and the task of BSF is to prevent trans-border smuggling and trans-border crimes in the border areas. And with the help of the state of Tripura, the state administration of Tripura and the local population of Tripura, we have been achieving good results in doing so. We have a very good peace and harmony with the local population. Because of that, we have achieved good results. In 2023, the BSF Tripura has achieved several milestones, and in terms of operational achievements, total goods worth around 94 crores the BSF has been able to seize on the border, and it is in a huge quantity of contraband items from Yaba tablets, ganja, fancy then cattle, gold, and even the other contraband items. In terms of anti-insurgency front, the BSF is having a strong vigil in the eastern border of Tripura, where the NLFT presence is there, and the cross-border presence is there. And due to the efforts of BSF officials and BSF troops, we have been able to persuade 18 insurgents and for surrender and joining them the mainstream of the state society. The biggest challenge for BSF in the state of Tripura is the trans-border smuggling of ganja, and we have cultivation of ganja in the state of Tripura also. So with the joint efforts, with the joint operations with police and forest department, in the last 1.5 years, BSF has been able to destruct almost 25 lakh sapling of ganjas worth 25 crores of rupees. And we have got good support from all the agencies, state administrations in doing this, achieving this. The biggest challenge for the Tripura Frontier BSF is the illegal infiltration and exfiltration. In 1.5 years, the BSF troops has been able to apprehend almost more than 1,000 personnel while attempting illegal crossing from the border, and in which we have 426 outgoing and 592 are incoming. Earlier there were gaps in the fencing. Now we have been able to strengthen our border infrastructure, and almost all the gaps which were existing, we have covered it by single row fence. Still there are some gaps, but we have been doing so, and in times to come we'll be able to strengthen it and all the unfenced gap will be fenced in coming years. We have also adopted a low-cost solution of prevention of trans-border crimes, and we have installed almost more than 500 cameras on the border, and we have been getting feed at the BOP and responding to the any event, any illegal crossing immediately. And so far we have, and because of that we have been able to apprehend more than 1,000 people in last year. Ladies and gentlemen, BSF is committed to the community policing also, and we always maintain healthy and cordial relationship with the local populations and organize various civic action program over the year. And we had medical camps, then basic amenities. We also provide study materials and sports items to the students also. We are also planning to start pre-recruitment training camps for the local youth so that they can compete with the others in exams. Even vocational training we have been doing, and we regularly hold sports tournament with the local youths, and it has got a very good response also. We have also responsibility, social responsibility also, and we are doing in various social activities in the different campuses and public places. Like we have a Rojgar Mela in BSF camp, and almost in 2023, 273 candidates were given appointment letter, and in 2024, 45 candidates were given the appointment letter. We also participated in the plantation drive in the state of Tripura, and 192,000 saplings were planted by Frontier Tripura in the state of Tripura. We also Swachh Bharat campaign. We organized the Swachh Bharat campaign in all campuses as well as in the public places also, like railway stations, hospital and schools also. The most important part is because the Tripura is having a very good linkages with Bangladeshi, the people of Tripura, and linkages with the Bangladeshi people also. So there are some developmental works which affects both the population of both the countries. So we resolve it at IG level talks. If it's not possible, and then DG level talks also. And recently also 3 major works which concern with the economic activities of the state, like LCS, ICPs, some work have concurred last meeting also, and over the period lot of work, and because of that ICP subroom is going to start in couple of months. Then ICP Akura also, there's some Agartala, there are some works which already concurred in this meeting also. So we have a very good coordination with Bangladesh border guarding force also, and at all levels we coordinate and hold a meeting also. Even the company commanders level meeting they also hold, because sometimes something happens on the border, then they resolve it at their level also. So we have a wonderful relation with Bangladesh force also. Basically, when we talk of Tripura, state of Tripura, and to prevent the smuggling, trans-border crimes, we always maintain the policy of non-lethal weapons. We generally, unless and until our Jawans are attacked or assaulted, and we always prefer a non-lethal, and that is why all the troops have been provided with pump action gun, which is non-lethal weapon, and we don't want to lose any youth or any even life of any person at danger. But whenever our Jawans are assaulted, if not PAG, then we have to resort to the lethal weapon. Otherwise, we always, if there is no compelling situation, we always prefer non-lethal weapon, and we are doing it. The biggest challenge for Tripura frontier is the illegal infiltration and exfiltration. There are touts staying in both the countries, and we have also kept a surveillance on some of the touts also, which are more active in facilitating the exfiltration and infiltration. Recently, with the help of BSF, in last month of November and December, the NIA team and BSF has apprehended 29 touts which are very, very active in facilitating exfiltration and infiltration. And because of these arrests, we have been able to contain the exfiltration and infiltration from this border. And still there are some touts working in this state of Tripura. We are keeping an eye on them, and some of them already caught, and we are getting some links to apprehend them also. The BSF is one of the largest, the big border guarding force in the world, and BSF is committed for the welfare of their BSF personnel. And we have a wonderful system of Ayushman card. All the family members and BSF Jawans are provided with Ayushman card so that they can get good health facilities under Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. And almost 99% of BSF Jawan of Tripura and the family members have already obtained this Ayushman card. We have a good, there is a e-Awas system also designed to benefit the personnel of the force, all the CAPFs, which includes all paramilitary, including CRPF, Assam Rifles, everyone, so that they can access the system online and allow them to choose and express the preferences of quarters, residential quarters on the availability, and which leads to their great satisfactions. Which is basically designed for serving border security force personnel, which includes features like their biodata, then their leave, Ayushman, then CP grams, e-Awas, and recruitment. The health and fitness is of the prime importance, and that is why we have included the millets in the Jawan's diet, so that they can become a fit and fit enough to secure the border. So BSF Tripura has always maintained exemplary standard of bravery and professionalism in its service to the nation, and simultaneously maintaining the cordial relations with all sections of the society on the state of Tripura as well as the counterpart border guarding force. We are committed to maintain the same in the years to come. Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.
So you have gaps in future. So how many gaps you have so far?
Mic, please.
You said that some gaps have been future.
Yeah.
So how many in the last one?
Earlier there were total 11 gaps were there, and out of 11, 6 gaps are already covered this year.
So
Remaining is in pipeline.
is there any timeline?
Actually, there is some issue regarding the alignment of the border, and it is with BGB. So the issue is yet to resolve. So it will take some time, but we'll fence it in years to next year, by next year, yeah.
Sir, this
The work is already sanctioned, but the issue is with the alignment of the border, because the survey of that border is in the process. So once the survey is done, so we have to erect the fence after 150 meters from the border. So once the border line is, that pillar is, then we can get the alignment. So that is why it is that.
Sir, what in terms of length, these 11 gaps that you mentioned, probably it was 67 kilometers or something. These 6 gaps covered, what kind of length does it leave to be still fenced? And what are the issues that you are saying? What led to the problems that this single road fence could not be done in those areas which are still left? And I have a second question, perhaps I will round it back later.
Actually, the issue is we cannot erect the fence on the zero line. We cannot do any construction on the zero line. But there are some villages where the villagers are staying in up to the zero line. So we have to, then there is a proposal of having a single row fence so that the village can be covered and we can have a fence right on the border, on the zero line. So it is basically, it should be resolved between the two forces, and it has been resolved last year, and this year we have already constructed 6 of them in the Sipai Jilla district.
What is the length of the patches that was?
That was around 7 kilometers we have already covered.
Sir, on a different issue, you mentioned that over 1,000 people were apprehended last year in different parts and border crimes and etc. And you mentioned some 426 outgoing and 592 incoming people who were arrested while crossing the border illegally. Could you give a breakup of the Indian nationals, the Bangladeshi nationals?
That I will ask him to provide. Yeah,
That we are providing.
he will provide you. Yeah.
So I have one question.
Yeah.
So there are several Indian citizens who are living in the fenced area, and the BSF has also started the rehabilitation process, like to bring them back towards the in the border areas. So how many families have you approached, and how many of them have given their willingness to come back to?
I don't have the exact figure of that. That can be, but some of the families have already joined the main village, and the basically it is depends on the compensation and the allotment of some land also. So some of the villages it has already been done, but basically the government process is like you have to submit your land records also. So there is some issue in getting the land records of the particular person. So in that case still we have problems and we are sorting it out.
So how are you encouraging them, sir? How are you encouraging the villagers who are residing in the fenced area?
We are actually facilitating them for all of the we can, if they want to go for their farming and ahead of fence, we are facilitating them also. So, and basically all the facilities as a village is available in the village itself. So it is better for them to come to the and stay with the village. That is what our point is. And what we are following the SOPs which is being prepared, what the BSF should do for facilitating the villagers who are staying ahead of the fence, and we are following that only. So in the, pardon? Yeah.
Would you be having some data like how many families have moved this side, sir?
That I will ask you to.
That will provide.
Yeah, I don't have the figure right now. That is state government decide on that actually generally. It is the purview. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you share gender-wise statistics of infiltrators who were detained last year?
Yeah, I will ask you to.
That also will share.
That detail will sure. Even their kids are also there in. Yeah.
By our artwork, we can understand. As you said, there are patches where they are open, but at the same time, we find Rohingyas particularly using this area, which again says that there, as you said, already doubts are there, and both not only from Bangladesh, but on the other side coming from the mainland and using this. What is this? Why is this happening? And since you said NIA has already detained so many persons, Does not BSF also have those information, those who are the Taos particularly in the
No, basically, what BSF has no investigation power actually. We can locate them, we can pinpoint them, but we don't investigate the case. The NIA was investigating a case in which the Rohingyas were infiltrated, and they have got the details, and we have facilitated them in apprehending these criminals. And mainly these area, if you see the map, the Tripura is the all rail and road network of Bangladesh is just
very close.
parallel to our roads only, and very very close. Within 3 to 4 kilometers, they can approach the train station, railway, bus station, everything. So that is why this is the more challenging.
They are choosing Tripura as a
But now after that operations, it has come down very heavily actually.
Sir, can you give a breakup of how many Rohingyas have been arrested in last 2 or 3 years?
That I will have, yeah. The statistics he will give everything, yeah.
Gentlemen, one last question, if any, because ODIG has some commitments. Thank you, gentlemen.